Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions, and my name's Greg. And I had somebody write in yesterday, and they mentioned something about they couldn't buy me a cup of coffee, and I was just so utterly clueless what the hell they were talking about until I realized that there's channels out there that do that so they can get more money. And I know I haven't talked about this for a while, but the whole deal with this channel is is I don't make money on it. Okay, I mean, I when I started doing this, I'd been watching a lot of reaction videos, during COVID and being locked down. And after a while, I noticed, first of all, that all they did was play the hits off various albums, which is, that's okay. I mean, the hits, if you've never heard them, are really good to hear. And, sometimes I do that too. But I got frustrated because there's all these great songs on these old albums, that people kind of forget about. And I wanted to make sure that they were, given some exposure. And then the other thing was, all these guys, man, they would over emote. They'd make all these faces and all this shit, and it just seemed kind of fake to me. And then there was the issue of the money. People were making money, and I understand that. I mean, yeah, I could use some bucks too, but I don't think that would be right. The whole deal with my channel is I've set it up to where uh, I can't make anything off of it. I'm non-monetized, so I don't make anything off the videos or the views or anything like that. And I've set it up where, I don't even have any contact information there, so nobody can send me shit. I mean, there was, I don't know, it seemed like all these various reactors had post office boxes where you could send them swag and all kinds of other shit, which, I mean, it looked really neat. Yeah, there was cool stuff that they got and all that, but it just seemed so greedy to me. I just couldn't stand it, and so the whole thing just seemed so self-serving. And it's like, I don't want to make money off of somebody else's art. These musicians that make this music, they work hard. And, it would be unethical for me to be making money off of their creative talent. At least that's how I feel. So instead, I've got the low rent channel here. I don't have any fancy equipment. I did finally spring for the $30 microphone at Walmart. That helps some. But besides that, I don't, have the equipment. I don't edit anything. My little viewer here is just as crude as it can be, and I'm just here in my kitchen hanging out. And you might hear extraneous noises. You used to hear my dog barking all the time. But you might hear my wife come in and say something, or the jets go overhead because we're under a flight pattern for the military base up here. And so it's just really casual, and I am far from eloquent. Let's just put it that way. Some days I'm pretty spacey, and I don't take requests per se because I'm just too freaking moody. When I get in a mood that I want to hear something, that's what I play. And you know, so I mean, I do end up taking a lot of suggestions, particularly of late. About the last year, I guess, or year and a half since I started listening to all this Australian music, because I'm not familiar with it. It's all new to me. And so, yeah, if people suggest stuff, I often play it because it's probably good, or they wouldn't be suggesting it. So anyway, I am going to play the song that the person wanted me to play, because I looked at it and I was like, holy shit, man, yeah, that looks really cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I base it on. But anyway, that's where I'm at, with doing my channel, and I probably ought to mention that more. Otherwise people are going to think this is some normal channel, which it definitely is not. Oh, and the other thing is, yeah, I get into politics and all that kind of shit, which you're definitely not supposed to do on a reaction channel, because people might, drop their subscription. And it's like, oh, well, I mean, being non monetized, I have the freedom to do whatever the hell I want to do. And so there's a lot of times I play bands that I know not very many people are going to watch the videos, because they don't know who the band is or this or that. And it's like, well, that's okay. I'm still going to put the music up here because I wanted to listen to it and it's good music. And so, but it gives me a freedom where I'm not having to like pander to people, which would be, I don't know, that would just be too bizarre for me. Like I say, I've got a certain philosophy about this, and that's just where it's at for me. So anyway, enough of that. So this is the song that they wanted me to play, and it's called Good Times. And this is off some show, and I guess this was the last episode of it, called Hey Hey, It's Saturday, I think. And this is in '99, but it's got Ross Wilson, John Stevens, Daryl, Braithwaite, or however you pronounce it, Joe Camilleri, and Doug Parkinson, and I think a bunch of other people too. So, how can I resist? So let's just give it a shot here and listen to see what this is. Good Times. I can get it going.
Good times! Everybody shake. Everybody groove. Everybody shake. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ow. Mary, Mary, you're on my mind. It's true. The folks are gone and the place will be mine. This is what I'm gonna do. I wanna make a call to you, that I feel good tonight. Everything I'm gonna do, gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. I wanna take a minute just to sing my song. Oliver Roney gonna be there too. Sally gonna be with Slim. I said the short, fat, fanny gonna be there too. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a message straight to you. 'Cause everything is gonna be right. Baby, 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 good Lord. Gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. Wanna take a minute just to sing my song. Bonnie Maroney's gonna be with Jimmy. I said the long coat Sally gonna be with him. Short, fat, Fanny gonna be there too. And this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta get a call to you, and I feel good tonight. And everything's gonna be right, 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 right. I'm gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. Only take a minute just to sing my song. Gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. Only take a minute just to sing my song.
Whoa! Wasn't that a butt?
I am going to go ahead and cut that off. I think they were going to do a little bit of talking there, but the crowd noise gets to me. But oh man, that was great. You know, it looked like the video was a little bit off. I mean, that was obviously live. You know, you had the band back there and, you know, all that, but it looked like the sound was just a, you know, half a second off, which, you know, with older film and stuff often happens, you know, particularly if somebody's, you know, picked it up off of VCR or something like that, you know, but man, that was great. Some serious vocal chops on that song. And everybody seemed to be having such a good time. And if that was the last episode of that show, I can definitely see why you'd want to bring out the big guns like that. That was pretty cool. And you know, some of these people I'm familiar with seeing, some I'm not, and you know, so it was just pretty joyful, the whole thing, you know. And by the way, that house band back there, they were excellent. I mean, what a full band with the brass and everything, and oh man, and that little sliver of drum solo, that was great. I mean, it was just, you know, 2 seconds worth maybe, but it just really, you know, helped bring the thing to, I don't know, not bring the thing together because it was together anyway, but it just added a really nice little note in there, you know, make that stop. But anyway, that was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I'll probably chase down some other episodes of that, you know, see what else they got. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute and hit like, subscribe, and all that stuff, and we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.